they've been very informative.
One more, I mean,
Yeah. Well,
So that's been a positive, there's a lot of positives. And if they do trail work, it's on, a lot of times, it's on the AMC. Because there's a lot of the gentlemen and ladies are, the ones I've seen.
it's a black collar.
Do you want anything?
No, I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna be a little more
Is there a fire gonna start? What's that? This one? No, that's fine. Yeah, that's great.
Thanks everybody for coming to Moorbarn Studios. Thank you. We're thrilled to have you here. Make sure you're here if I missed something, which I probably will. Yeah, we're thrilled to have you here. We have a concert a month, typically, and the whole idea is to support independent musicians, give them a place to play, because their art is really important to me. I know it means a lot to me in my life. And the people that I've met doing this is just amazing. And the music that I probably never would have heard, that I listen to almost every day. So thanks again for coming. Just a little housekeeping, there's a bathroom out there up those steps on your left. We take donations. The concerts are free, but we take donations, and a lot of you donated online. Thank you for that. There's a jar right there if you didn't and would like to. Let's see, what did I forget?
Where does the money go to?
The money all goes to the musicians. We don't keep any of it for ourselves. So we do it because we have fun doing this and to support the musicians. Give them a great place to play. If you know anybody who would enjoy this, please let them know. And if you're not on our mailing list, warbarnstudios.com. You can sign up there. And I think that is it. We're live streaming tonight and recording. So we got Dan Strauss opening and then Alex Radus trio. So
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me tonight. I was walking around town today, down in Lambertville, and talking this up, talking to strangers, which is something I like to do. And there was had a nice conversation with one woman. She had never heard of this, and she was so excited to know about it because she lives in Stockton. I told her where it was, and she said, "I don't know where that is." I said, "It's on Mount Airy Road." She said, "I live on Mount Airy Road." I still don't know where that is. So hopefully this is going to build, and more locals will know about it. I am not a local. I came from Brooklyn today. I'm so happy to be here. Beautiful space.
I hear the sound of snow upon snow. I open my eyes, wonder where I should go. I walk these streets more times than I know, and I just keep on walking. It had to be around here someplace. I thought of you in some other face. I talked too much about the meaning of grace, and I just kept on talking. She said, "Don't judge me, don't call me by names. I don't play such undesirable games. I dance alone and I don't stake any claims. So don't suppose that you know me. I've been beside myself and traveled too much. God is everywhere on billboards and such. The sun is heavy, burns the world with its touch, and it just keeps on shining." I faked a whole lifetime and come up for air. I know there's more to it, but I lost it somewhere. The heavens opened, but no one was there. Magdalena proposed a solution. She said, love is everywhere, I've seen it firsthand. So don't criticize what you can't understand. It's written in circles by sticks in the sand. You might want to pay close attention. I've been beside myself and traveled too much. God is everywhere on billboards and such. The sun is heavy, burns the world with its touch, and it just keeps on shining. Yeah, it just keeps on shining. Thank you. All right. That was a relatively new song called Snow Upon Snow, which is a line from Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, which I read last summer for the first time in a long time, and fell in love once again with his descriptions of New York City. Now, I just bought this very expensive capo. Alex, I don't know if you've ever seen this thing. It's a G7 capo, it costs $60, and it doesn't really work that well. So I apologize if it takes me a second to put my capo on today. Yeah. Okay, I wrote this song about my grandma, who was, her grandfather was an immigrant from Italy, and I wrote it on what would have been her 100th birthday. About the times that I spent just hanging out with her in Brooklyn. Her name was Josephine, and her and my grandpa used to ride this motorcycle that they had with a little sidecar all over the place. So she was a cool lady. Do you hear stories of Italy like I hear stories of you? On this day 100 years ago, when the world was brand new, I feel you in my thoughts at night when I am alone. On a warm summer breeze, or a flower growing through a stone, I walk with you down the avenue, up your flight of stairs. If you could see what I see now, you'd fly away your care. Oh, Josephine, riding on your motorcycle, and all the days in between, sunset in your trees touch the misty sky. The summer has no name. I'm gonna sit here and wait for night to come. I bet you do the same. I was 40 years when I wrote this song. I'll be 41 years soon. I saw my face once in a photograph. It said 1952. I can hear the sound of strangers, and I can hear a robin's tune, and I can hear the random passing of a Tuesday afternoon. Oh, Josephine, riding on your motorcycle, and all the days in between, sunset in your eyes. Oh, Josephine, quietly smiling and winking at me, earth and sky in the sweet by and by, taking turns dancing with the sea. Put your hands in my hands, put your arm in my arm. Somewhere far across the universe I can keep you safe from harm. If I'm not here, are you still here? If I fall asleep, do you disappear? If I'm not good, do you become unkind? And if I fall apart, do you fall behind? Oh, Josephine, riding on your motorcycle and all the days in between, sunset in your eyes. Oh, Josephine, quietly smiling and winking at me, earth and sky in the sweet by and by, taking turns dancing with the sea.
Thank you.
It's cold for a night in June. There's a haze over the city and you can't find the moon. One star shining alone in the sky. Or maybe it's Venus and she's wondering why. I went to find fortune down by the shore. Everything seemed different but the same as before. I dreamed about Paris with you by my side. Just another day while paradise passes us by. Isn't great, but that's not why I'm here. I came for the music and the dancing and beer. The ashtrays are spotless cause nobody smokes, and no one tells stories and no one tells jokes. They sit and they wonder and sometimes they cry. Everyone watches as paradise passes them by. Eyes that are lost, it came from the bridge that they all walked across. And history tells us it's happened before. It'll happen again and again and once more. All that has been and all that's to come, wherever you're going and wherever you're from. The dance of the devil and the song of the saints. You show some compassion, you show some restraint. The monkey in the middle and the man on the moon. And it's a starless sky and it's a cold night in June. The poor and the broken, the great and the brave, most forgotten and the ones who've been saved. They all reach for something, they try and they try. And everyone watches as paradise passes them by. It's cold for a night in June. There's a storm in the distance and it'll be here soon. Wait by the statue and we'll say goodbye. Just another day while paradise passes us by. Thanks very much. I had to check with a friend today to see if that song was too much of a downer. But you get to embrace all feelings, right? Okay, this song that I'm going to play now is called Almanac, and it's a pandemic song. I'm just going to just say it. But it's not so straightforward about the pandemic. It's really more about the unrest that was happening during the pandemic around social justice issues, and how passionately I wanted to be involved in that and all that was going on. But I was also very scared of the pandemic and the virus. So I didn't do much marching in the crowds. And I felt a little bit bad about that. And I wrote this song instead. So it's called Almanac. Standing in the background, holding my emotions. It's a miracle I found you. You were feeling kind of broken, and all that you remember is everything you never knew. You opened up the ceiling, standing next to a stranger. We knew what you were feeling, and talked of making changes. The hole inside your heart felt just a little smaller now. I stepped outside and saw the sky turning red. For the first time in history, they're listening to what you said. Remember what they taught us, gospel of forgiveness, the sirens surround us, power to the powerless, we're holding it together, but no one knows how long we'll last. Looking down from someplace high above the earth, trading sanity for everything you're worth. Standing in the background, holding my emotions. It's a miracle I found you. You were feeling kind of broken, and all that you remember is everything you never knew. Thanks, Dan, and everybody at Moore Barn for doing this tonight and finding me. And thanks, Alex and the Alex Radus Trio, who are coming up next. And thank you for letting me open for you. Looking forward to your music tonight. This is a bit of a traveling song, I suppose. ride in the mornings, a cat on my lap. I stare out the window and think about that. There's always tomorrow at the end of the day. I feel a bit tired, mostly okay. The traveling skyline, this unpaid bill. My eyes are wide open, and I've had my fill. This chrome reflection, this open road, it's just my perception wherever I go. And it's never over, it's the way that you feel. I ride a live wire in a slowly spinning wheel. In the midst of everything here, we are. I left around sunrise from downtown Fort Wayne. I started to daydream, my mind felt like rain. I ride in the mornings while the world is asleep, watching the daybreak, promises to keep. You must think I'm happy, you lie by my side. 1 minute you're here, but never quite satisfied. And it's never over, it's the way that you feel. I ride a live wire, a slowly spinning wheel. In the midst of everything here, we are. And it's never over, it's the way that you feel. I ride a live wire in a slowly spinning wheel. In the midst of everything here, we are. Thank you. It's a bit of an ode to my cats. I have been trying to write every morning, and he does jump on my lap every morning and tries to write too. No opposable thumbs. See, it buzzes like that. That shouldn't happen for a $60 capo. Bring it back today, bring it back tomorrow. We may go astray, settle in the afterglow. I feel like an eye. I've been hearing storms again. Don't say goodbye. Don't take my oxygen. Stars around the beautiful moon. You were gone a little too soon. Come roaming in when I'm asleep. All of this in my soul to keep. Traveling at night, stopping only for toast and tea. It's all in black and white. I can feel you reminding me. One more reckless day. Surrender to the silence. Feel the slow decay. Hear the echo widen. Where are you gone, leaving me behind? Let's not lose any more time. This heart grows warmer as the days grow cold. Look beyond into mosaic gold. So take care. I can't believe I left you standing there. If and when I ever see your face again, I might fly away. Stage dives and high kicks, vitamins and minerals, waiting for a quick fix in the cold peripherals. Where are you gone, leaving me behind? Let's not lose any more time. This heart grows warmer as the days grow cold. Look beyond into mosaic gold. Where are you gone, leaving me behind? Let's not lose any more time. This heart grows warmer as the days grow cold. Look beyond into mosaic gold. I don't know how I'm doing on time. Can I do a few more? Yeah. Okay. I wrote this song after a visit to the Painted Desert in Arizona, and suddenly I started thinking about other painted environments that don't exist. I just love the idea of a painted desert. So this is called Painted Ocean. What I know, and everything you say just turns to stone. Apparently, there's a falsehood and a false identity. You see, I saw, and everyone around us wanted more. It's so hard to find. No matter how far you go, you're far behind. The man you knew, the one who wanted nothing more than you, he's gone, they say. Maybe he'll be back again someday. It through, like I did back in 1992, then maybe you would be sitting here just like you wanted to. The rain falls hard from the stale sky to the flowers in your yard. November came like a stranger passing through without a name. The cold, hard ground, nothing much changes in this town. Moving through time, the day is neither yours nor is it mine. Take my hand in yours and let's walk on. Painted ocean, painted sky. See the future in your mind. Thank you.
Can you play Killing Time in Austin?
Sure. All right, by request. This is a song I wrote hanging out in the airport at Austin International Airport in Austin, Texas. I wasn't having a very good time in Austin, which surprised me because I'd always heard it was so amazing with all the music and this and that, and it was so hot. And I really didn't want to be there anymore. I just wanted to go home, which surprised me, like I said. So I wrote this little song about trying to get out of there, and it's called Killing Time in Austin, which a lot of people think is a murder mystery, and I have to constantly explain that it is not. I'm just killing time in Austin. I can't spend another minute in this town. In an hour or two, I'll be flying to you, but until then, I'm just kinda hanging round. Well, it ain't no fun in the heat and the sun. Nobody remembers the last time they saw rain. And the stars at night aren't big or bright. And just last night I saw a real bar fight, and my head and my heart are arguing about which one feels more pain. And I'm just killing time in Austin. I can't spend another minute in this town. In an hour or two I'll be flying to you, but until then I'm just kinda hanging round. Well, my friends all said I'd love it down in Austin. They said, son, this town's just right for you. Well, the girls are pretty and the music's fine, and it sure is cool to see the bats go flying. Has anyone ever been to Austin? Yeah. So do you know what I'm talking about the bats? Okay. That's really cool, right? What?
South Congress.
Yeah.
I lived there.
I was right in the middle of getting a degree, a master's degree in environmental education to teach kids about nature in the city, which is a cool job to have, actually. And they took us to under this bridge, and all these bats fly. I don't know how I got that into the song because it's a mouthful, but where was I? The girls are pretty and the girls are pretty. The girls are pretty and the music's fine, and it sure is cool to see the bats go flying. Something about this town just makes me blue, and it's okay. Not everywhere's for everybody. Hey, you can only be just where you are, and I know I love to wander all around this world, but something about the Northeast calls me home. And I'm just killing time in Austin. I can't spend another minute in this town. In an hour or two I'll be flying to you, but until then I'm just kinda hanging around. Well, I'm betting I could fall in love in Texas, and I'm sure my heart could break here just like it's done before. Standing by the river on a cool dark night, I guess this place feels alright. But I've packed my bags and I'm heading for the door. And it's okay, not everywhere's for everybody. Hey, you can only be just where you are. And I know I love to wander all around this world, but somehow the Northeast just calls me home. I'm just killing time in Austin. I can't spend another minute in this town. In an hour or two I'll be flying to you, but until then I'm just kinda hanging around this Texas town. Okay, I think I will close out. If that feels right. The Alex Radus Trio is up next. And I really do appreciate very much being here tonight. It's lovely, and it's a beautiful space. It's a beautiful evening. It's so nice to get out of the city and play music somewhere else and play for you guys. Let's see, what can I tell you? I have a website, right? Everybody's got a website, danstraussmusic.com. I'm playing tomorrow in Peekskill, if anyone's going to be upstate New York. The Hudson Valley, beautiful Hudson Valley. Okay, let's see. This one's called Venus and Mercury. This is about taking advantage of the planets when they align to do things that you should do, like fall in love, or make sure you stay in love, or don't fall out of love. But try to remember the planets are doing that for you, and so take advantage of it. That's gonna drive me nuts. First day of December and the sky is as gray as the sweater that you wore on the very first day, when the wind did howl and the wolves did growl all around you. I passed you on the street, you looked a little older. A voice inside my head said you really should have told her, but the words escaped me, and somehow lately I've been tongue-tied. Way up in the sky, Venus and Mercury are perfectly aligned, which only happens every once in a while. So maybe we should find some time.
Driving through Nebraska with the temperature rising, I thought I saw the answer way off on the horizon. I didn't know the question yet, I thought that I should mention it because you said that we should know the approximate direction. I think that we should go, and if there's any misconception, then we should try to solve it, or at least maybe resolve it in New Mexico. Way up in the sky, Venus and Mercury are perfectly aligned, which only happens every once in a while. So maybe we should find some time. Could the magic that we felt in June perhaps resurface now or sometime soon? Or will we just get stuck inside a Coldplay tune? Last day of December, I can barely feel my fingers. They're packing up the bells, the lights, and all the singers. And we could always go inside, warm up, and also run and hide. We might just lose our way, decide to save it for another day, and hope the whole thing might just fade to gray. Or maybe we should wait. Way up in the sky, Venus and Mercury are perfectly aligned, which only happens every once in a while. So maybe we should find some time, or maybe leave it all
Thank you very much. Have a great night of music. I'm Dan Strauss. Alex Radus Trio is up next. Thank you, More Barn Studios.
We're going to take about 10 minutes to switch over. You want to grab a snack or a drink?
down there for a job. They sent me to a conference, a nature conference, nature teaching conference. Yeah, strange place to have it.
Yeah, right. Oh, cool. All right.
I printed a set list.
I'll get this off of here. I was gonna. I'll just put it away now.
You know I'm OCD about that.
Oh, I love it. I appreciate it. I'm usually better, but I haven't had a printer for like a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have one, and my computer is so old that it can't hook up to it. So like now I have to update my computer, which means I have to back up my computer.
I totally know what you're going through.
I finally backed up my phone today for the first time in like 2 years. I mean, updated.
Yeah.
Because I've had horror stories with updates where it just deletes everything.
Yeah, and it gets all messed up. I had an iPhone 6 up until like 2 months ago.
Right, have a great set.
And finally, like, stuff just wasn't working, and I was out of storage, and like whatever I did, I couldn't get storage back, and finally I was like,
At some point you have to get it.
buy a new phone.
It's the number of people in the band, isn't it?
Right.
That's what I thought.
All right.
They have a mind of their own.
All right, everybody welcome the Alex Radus Trio.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here, and thanks to More Barn Studios for having us out. I thought it would be kind of appropriate tonight, being in Stockton, one of the lovely river towns here on the Delaware, to kick it off with a song that I wrote in honor of the lovely river towns in our area. I live in one, Regalsville. I spent a lot of time in the other ones. And so the song's called Rivertown.
At the local saloon, there's folks spilling out the door. The band makes them shake with a real hot number, and the crowd cries out for more. Something in their bones, connecting the sound. It's ancient as the time songs of the time.
Thanks very much. Thank you. So one of the key ingredients for me in songwriting is silence. And I got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old, and I don't get that at home. And so I do a lot of songwriting in the car, driving around. I don't really listen to the radio very much, at least not the one on the FM dial. I got one in my head I listen to, and every once in a while I get to pick up a song. So I thought I'd write a song about writing songs. It's got a lot of car imagery, and that's why.
Starts with the consonants, followed by the vowels, and the angels whisper words into my ears. Transforming, come new ways, whatever you call it.
Thanks very much. How about another round of applause for Dan Strauss? Sounded great. Appreciate you coming out all the way from Brooklyn. And your song about the planets aligning made me think of this next tune, so I was kind of excited to play it. So if you haven't heard this song before, or heard my long-winded intro about it, I'll give it again. All right, so the Cassini orbiter launched in the late 90s and went to study the Saturn system for a long time. And a couple of years ago, it was running out of fuel. And NASA wisely probably decided, rather than just let it spin off into the galaxy, come what may, to sling it around Saturn's largest moon, Titan, and use the gravity of Titan to sling the Cassini orbiter down into Saturn and burn up in the atmosphere. And the folks at NASA, credit to the scientists for thinking about it in an artistic way, called it the Goodbye Kiss. And I thought, that sounds like a song. So I wrote a love song between a spacecraft and a moon. Might be the first one. Gotta call up the Guinness Book. We'll see. But anyway, this is called Cassini, and it's going to feature some lovely vocals as well by Daniela Fischetti here. That upbeat thing that I always forget to do?
Let's do it.
Cassini, I'll miss you, Titan said. Kinda got used to you buzzing around my head. Now I'm making you go down below, and I'm the cat's paw. Only gonna blame myself. Out here, you spend all your time by yourself. Ted, don't give it another thought, Cassie said. I guess all my buzzing around went to your head. You say I got hope. You say I'm running low. I'm only gonna be a danger to someone else. Out here, we never even see someone else. Fell in love with a beautiful thing. Dust to dust, to Saturn's ring. Fell in love when the dust cleared. We burned up in the atmosphere. Cassie, must I betray you with a kiss? How cruel to set us up like this. Make me your chariot. You're scary, hurling you into the fire. You know I'm here respecting Saturn's rings. Fell in love when the dust cleared. We burned up in the atmosphere. Cassini, I miss you, Titan said. Thank you. All right, this is a song that I wrote about knowing you need to quit something, but knowing it ain't so good for you, but not really being sure what the better alternative is. Yeah, the devil I know tells me lies so beautiful I must close my eyes. Oh, the devil I know treats me bad, makes me ache with these needs I have. But the devil I know, the devil I know hums along to the good songs on the radio. Yeah, the devil I know, the devil I know. I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. I'm gonna go with the devil I know. Yeah, the devil I know can be cruel. Take these prizes away from you and you will weep and gnash your teeth to find out what you are beneath. But the devil I know, the devil I know burns bright enough to keep the lights on low. Yeah, the devil I know, the devil I know. I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. I'm gonna go with the devil I know. Yeah, the devil I know, oh, the devil I know. Oh, she burns hot enough to warm my bones. Yeah, the devil I know, the devil I know. I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. Yeah, I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. I'm gonna go with the devil I know. Yeah, the devil I know tells me lies so beautiful I must close my eyes.
Thanks very much. How about Robbie Sco on the keys? Daniela Fischetti on the fiddle. Daniela's going to sing another tune with me in a second. This is a song that I wrote when I was at church back in the day, and there was a baptism going on, and I didn't know the family, and yet I took an oath along with everyone else there to keep this child away from sin for the rest of her life. I thought, well, that's a big commitment, especially for somebody I don't know. I don't know if I've made good on it. I guess I've tried.
I was just about to ask.
Are you sure I fell short somewhere along the way? Anyway, this is called Baptism Sketches.
I made a promise to a child in front of God to guide her sinning soul to the arms of the Lord. But I believe she's good inside and knows more than I. How can I presume to teach a child who's just arrived? Water dripped down on her nose, and she was purified. And in the eyes of those who saw began a holy life. But I believe she's good inside and knows more than I. How can I presume to teach a child who's just arrived? They held her up for all to see and marvel at how narrow her escape had been from the devil's hands. But I believe she's good inside, knows more than a child who's just arrived. Yes, I believe she's good inside and knows more than I. How can I presume to teach a child who's just arrived?
Thanks very much. All right. So in addition to love songs between spaceships and moons, I have a song that was inspired by a lecture on positive psychology that I sat in on a little while back. And the whole thing was very interesting, but the one thing that really stuck with me was the presenters saying that, hey, we're really good about being there for people when they're down, for when things aren't going well for them. We kind of know how to do that, at least we hope we do. But what we forget is to be there when things go right, because that's an important time in people's lives too. So this song is called When Things Go Right.
Will you be there when things go right? When there's no enemy to fight, and my feet land on the ground, and trouble can't be found, when the cabin is airtight? Will you be there when things go right? When it all falls into place, and I've got a smile on my face, and my heart and spirit are strong, and I hum the whole day long. When the home run sails out of sight, will you be there when things go right? Be there at the end, where no one can see round the bend, when all is as it will be. Will you stay until I leave? And kiss our last goodnight. Will you be there when things go right? When we kiss our last goodnight. Will you be there when things go right? Thank you.
All right. Speaking of river towns, this is a river town that's sort of one of my hometowns, or at least it's mentioned in this song, Monongahela, Pennsylvania. And some of my family from that side of the family tree shows up in this. My great uncle Alexander, who I got my name from, who was a railroad man, spent a lot of years just traveling on the railroad all over the country, and I ended up with his railroad man pocket watch that had Alexander Radus engraved on it. Well, it still does, and I thought that was pretty cool. So, other than that, it's just kind of a collection of fun tours, stories, and feeling young and invincible. It's called I'm a Pistol.
Shot down old ugly hat on a street in Charlottesville. She watched me from the crowd and said, I love the way you kill. Now you come home to me, you could use a little rest. I holstered my guitar and I fell asleep on the breast. But the jack that turned his homies come around the turn. Baby, I had them brakes so hard you think by now I learned. Burning gasoline, but I don't need to say goodbye. I'm a young man, I'm a pistol, and I'll never die. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. I'm a young man, I'll never die. They say I never had a chance to be a kid. They say I used to smile and then I never did. But I settled all that on the road to West Virginia. You can't stay angry once Monongahela hits you. Then I run away from Stanton, so don't fix your mistakes. Let the cracks be cracks, the cracks are where the soul escapes. And it poured me melody, so cracked it made me cry. I'm a young man, I'm a pistol, and I'll never die. Where he had it engraved. They found his body, but they never could explain it. He took the secret of his death to his grave. But the hotel room is as good a place to go as any railroad man or Roman picker ought to know. It's a hell of a thing to wander
Thanks very much. One more time for Robbie Sco and Daniela Fischetti. They can play, they can play. All right. Why don't we go to Garden? So this is a new tune, and I'm always excited to do this one because I wrote it over this summer while I was in Italy. We were just talking about that. So this is my Italy song. It's called "The Garden of Broken Things," and we went to the Sistine Chapel among many other incredible places. This is our first day in Rome, and what I learned about the Sistine Chapel that I had not known before was that when Michelangelo painted the Great Flood, which was the first of the many panels on the ceiling, he's up there on his scaffolding painting, and he comes down, and if you've ever seen it, it's very detailed. There's a lot of people in that particular panel, and he came down to the ground floor, and he looked up, and he's like, I made all the people too small. You can't really see it that well from down here. And so every other panel that he painted, the people were twice as big. They weren't as detailed because he realized, all right, you're viewing it from like 3 stories away. So I figure if Michelangelo can mess up the Sistine Chapel, then there's hope for everybody, especially us creatives. Michelangelo painted the Great Flood first, got off his scaffolding and looked up at his work for the first time from the ground floor of the chapel. And he said, it's all wrong, the figures are too small. From down here you can't see the love I put into the details. And the details are the master. And if the master's hands aren't good enough, if they're cracked and callous and too rough, and if his eyes refuse to see the form in what will soon be, throw open the gates, let their rusted hinges ring. Broken things. The widow's coins bought the first few stones for the bell tower to call the children home and to ring out with the miracles in the marble. But then it all went wrong. The tower starts to fall, the ground's too soft, and the stone was much too small of a foundation. And the foundation is the master. Master's plans aren't true enough, if they're cracked and callous and too rushed, and Thanks very much. Thank you. I left my phone over yonder. What time is it? I'm not sure where we're at, or what's it? 9:15. All right, we got a little time. What's that? It's early. All right, party's just starting. I like it. Yeah, I thought we'd like switch out for someday.
You're gonna play the thing, please?
Yeah, sure. If you'd like to do that, we'll definitely do that. I'm gonna do something a little happier first, and then we'll bring it down again. Way down. All right. So speaking of Italy, I had a cool experience. So we went to I don't even know where to start this story. All right, let me back up. So I wrote this song right after my my wife's grandfather passed away, the patriarch of his family, and he had lived a good long life, and he passed away surrounded by family, and you know, what else can we hope for, right? So I wanted to write this song in honor of him and in honor of the matriarch on my side of the family, and it's called Peacefully. And the cool part about it was that he's from Monteverde, Italy, and we spent a bunch of time there in Campania, a little bit east of Naples, and there's this great 800-year-old castle in his town at the top of the hill. And we went up there one day, and we were looking around, and I was like, this place is phenomenal. And you know, my Italian wasn't good enough, but I got my father-in-law to ask the guys if we could film. Well, music video is probably a strong word. It's a little bit more DIY than that, but you know, a live video of me doing that song in his town in the Castle Monteverde, and so I think that's on my Facebook page somewhere if you want to check it out. It's a cool video. But anyway, here's this song called Peacefully.
Spent his whole life with his hand in the stone. He went peacefully. He built his family their very own home. He went peacefully. He raised strong home boys and beautiful girls. He went peacefully. And they made him the happiest man in the world. He went peacefully. He went peacefully. He went peacefully. He went peacefully. Surrounded by family, what else could there be? Well, she spent her whole life with her hands in the flour. She went peacefully. She had a heart for you on the hour, every hour. She went peacefully. She had a song in her heart and a dance in her feet. She went peacefully. And a smile on her face for everyone she met. She went peacefully. She went peacefully. She went peacefully. She went peacefully. Surrounded by family, what else could there be? It's our time at the front of the line. Send us peacefully, with love in our hearts and a quiet mind. send us peacefully. Oh, take our children in your hands and go, so they can live peacefully, and give them the strength to be the next to go. Send them peacefully. Send us peacefully. Send us peacefully. Send us peacefully, surrounded by family. What else could there be? Oh, send us peacefully. Send us peacefully. Send us peacefully, surrounded by family. What else could there be? Oh, send us peacefully. Send us peacefully. Send us peacefully, surrounded by family. What else could it be? Thank you. All right, so from prayers for the deceased to prayers of the deceased. So this is a song I wrote earlier this year when some people that were close to me lost some people that were close to them pretty suddenly, and got me thinking about all that stuff and what it might be like to be the person crossing over. And so my wife has always had this cool saying that I'd never heard before. She said it, the thin places. And these are places in time and space where the barriers break down a little bit. And you can just kind of feel the other side a little bit more than usual. So this song's called The Thin Places. If I came to you on a sea of dreams, moon in my sails, shining on the in-betweens, I didn't want to leave you, I didn't want to go, but the other side, it ain't so far away, you know, in the thin places, a whisper of an echo can guide you home. In the thin places, love is not alone. If I came to you on an autumn breeze and I kissed your hair with a couple fallen leaves, if the moment takes you, would you call my name? On the other side, it sounds like gently falling rain. In the thin places, a raindrop's worth of water can sail you home. In the thin places, love is not alone. If I came to you in a child's eyes, oh, the way she moves her hands or laughs when she's surprised, would you treat her gently? Would you love her long and forgive the weaknesses I may have passed along? In the thin places, heartbeat is a rhythm to dance you home. In the thin places, love is not alone. If I came to you in your final days and we read the story that we wrote along the way, would you recognize me in a young man's clothes? Ain't it funny, it just doesn't seem that long ago. In the thin places, time is just a witness to all you've known. In the thin places, love is not alone. Love is not alone. Love is not alone. Love is never alone. Thank you very much. Thanks. All right. Why don't we bring it up a notch?
I think it's all up from there.
Seriously. It really, really is. The song's like, it's like hopeful sad, which is even sadder than sad sad. That's the thing. Alright, I'm gonna switch up the guitars here, please. We're going to do a song here called My Heart Will Stay. This is a song that I wrote for my oldest daughter, who's almost 10, which is crazy. I wrote this song when she was about 2 months old, and I was just absolutely smitten, and you'll hear all that in this song for sure. And she like covers her ears now when she hears this, but I think she'll come around.
Give it another 10 years.
Exactly. Oh, look at my Leonora, most beautiful girl in the world. When my soul goes to my maker, my heart will stay here with her. Heaven spins faster above her, stars stoke their fires up bright, just to watch Leonora turn her face to the night. Mountains stop pushing upwards, hurricanes pause for a while, just to watch Leonora, in case they might see her smile. I know every daddy probably out of the clay, just in case they know it. Feet might take up the sway. I know every daddy probably feels the same, but that only means there's a flower for every drop of rain. My soul might go to my maker, but my love will stay with her. I know every day it probably feels the same. That only means there's a flower for every drop of rain. My soul might go to my maker, but my heart will stay here. My heart will stay here. My heart will stay here. Thanks very much. Thank you, thank you. All right, I got another daughter, and I got another song. This one was a little different. That one fell out of the clouds in like 10 minutes. This one, it took me 2 years to finish it. But that was kind of cool because I got to know her personality and was able to really infuse that into this song. It's called Prayer for Nicolette. Oh, and by the way, there's a little bit of sing-along here, or at least a shout-along. So I'm going to say Nicolette, and you guys say Nicolette. Then I'll say Nicolette, and you guys say Nicolette. Right? Okay, good. So far, so good. Then I say, my little girl that I love from toe to head. You don't have to say all of that. You just say toe to head. All right? You'll know where to come in. I'll help you out. Okay. Well, she smiles slightly, then it spreads from cheek to cheek. See that you feel better than you have in weeks. Oh, she danced so wildly, oh, she's kicking up her feet. She got the cage on rhythm, everybody dancing to her beat. May you laugh, love and dance forever. Never lose your joy. Toe to head, and when you're blue, like Pontchartrain water, just remember you're my daughter, and I love you, Nicolette. Oh, heaven must need angels with a little attitude to keep that choir rocking, keep it in the groove. Yes, and when they come to earth, they lighten up the moon. Oh, they brighten every room they float into. May you find someone who loves you dearly, sees your beauty just as clearly. That's my prayer for Nicolette, Nicolette, my Nicolette, Nicolette. Without you, there ain't nothing for me in this world. And that might seem like crazy talk till you got yourself a brother. Oh, I pray you know the joy of parenthood. May the world give its treasures freely, and some hard knocks when they're needed. That's my prayer for Nicolette, my Nicolette, little girl that I love from Tony. And when you're blue, like Poncha train water, just remember you're my daughter. And I love Nicolette, my Nicolette, Nicolette, a little girl that I love from Tony. And when you're blue, like Poncha train water, remember you're my daughter and I love you. Remember you're my daughter and I love you. Oh, remember. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. What's that, sir?
42, if you're curious.
Oh, is that right? All right. Well, why don't we do two more? So, all right. So this is an interesting one here. We sound checked with this, but otherwise we've never actually played it together. So I've got I have another band. It's very, very different from this band. It's where my weird songs go. It's called Hot for Robot. Robbie is also in Hot for Robot. 'Cause this guy can literally play any genre there is. Where are you going after this? This is only his second out of 3 gigs of the day.
Tonight I'm playing at Filthy Diamond in Bushwick. I get there at 11:30.
And guaranteed it's a completely different style of music from this, which was totally different from whatever your first gig was, I'm sure. So Hot for Robot is kind of like a alt-rock, art punk band. It's what I'm calling it these days, and it's a lot of fun. I really, really, really enjoy that band. But we're actually doing an unplugged show. It's our first unplugged show ever at Godfrey Daniels up in Bethlehem, the legendary Listening Room. If you haven't been there before, it's a lovely, lovely place. So we're going to strip this crazy band down to the bolts and nuts and see what happens when we kind of make this all acoustic. And in that process, we've taken some tunes and really just reimagined them. And so this song is typically a pretty straight ahead, like rock punk kind of song. And we made it a bossa nova, so we'll see how that works. It's an interesting tune, as are many of Hot for Robots. This is just kind of musing on, it sounds kind of like, especially when it's bossa, but even in another format, it sounds kind of like, very upbeat, and then you sort of listen to the lyrics and you're like, wait a minute. So it's kind of like musing on, the place of violence, and especially gun violence in American culture, not just now, but over many, many decades. So I kind of wanted to write it in a style that was like a very, traditional American kind of style. And the original version of it was almost like think of like a Bryan Adams, like Summer of '69 kind of song. Like I wanted it to have that feel and yet have these really kind of dark, some of the darkness of American culture. And so obviously this is not going to sound anything like Summer of '69, but that was kind of the original intent. Anywho,
We're going to play this song. It's called Little Gun.
Baby, when you shake it takes me back when I was younger and we had a little fun, spending all our time pretending we was older and he had a little gun. She used to shoot at all the boys in school, laughing at the way they'd run. And then one day Annie decided I was cool and took me back behind the gym. And I said, oh, it ain't a life, yes, it's a life worth the taking. She was wise for one so young. And there's a lot of loving in them hearts we're breaking, and he had a little gun. Never catch us on the open road, and they'll never coming back again. With the American living room in tow, we'll give them what they want, a little show, and he had a little gun. Oh, 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 and he had a little gun. Little gun, little gun, little gun. Crisscrossing the nation, loving, living on the run, until they caught up with us at an old gas station, and he had a little gun. Come on now kids, put your hands in the air, but Annie had a different plan. When every television station was there, she aimed a little shooter at an old gas can. Whoa. And he had a little gun. Oh, 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 oh. And he had a little gun. Oh, 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 oh. And he had a little gun. Oh, 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 oh. And he had a little gun.
Thank you. All right, well, I think we got time for one more. I want to say thanks again to everyone for coming out tonight. We really, really appreciate the opportunity to play for you. Thanks a lot to Dan Strauss for kicking us off in wonderful fashion, coming all the way out. We've got a bunch of merch. A lot of the songs that we've done tonight are on CD that are all available tonight if you don't have one already. I also have some T-shirts in honor of this next song. So if you like this next song, you can get the T-shirt. I've got a vinyl of Hot for Robot, again, fair warning, totally different. Very, very different, but still good, I think so. Got a mailing list if you'd like to know where we'll be. We always got fun stuff going on. And, you know, please follow us on the Facebook and the Instagram and the YouTube. I just put up some nice new videos on YouTube this week, so if you haven't checked them out, please do. Got some great footage from my performance this year at Music Fest, so I put a couple of videos up if you want to check that out. All right. Thank you so much to Dan for hosting us. We really appreciate it. And thanks a lot for supporting independent music and people who write and perform the songs they write, because there's a dearth of that going on right now. All right, here we go. So this is a song I wrote in honor of one of my guitar heroes, but I can't play anything like him. So the song's called "We Can't Play Like Django." Here's a story I've heard told, it might be wrong, it's pretty old, about a gypsy man and his guitar. He traveled throughout the land in his caravan, everyone said he was best by far. Played in Paris and Berlin, London when the fog rolled in, you could hear him strumming through the night. Some folks said the angels had smiled on him and blessed his hands. Others say the devil stole his soul. But all they really know is me. We can't play like Django. We can't play like Django, but we can try. Oh, when I take that solo, my fingers say, oh no, kiss him goodbye. They say he loved his guitar, women, wine, and smoky bars. It was his grandson that he adored. Taught him octave melodies, flatted fifths, minor threes. I think his favorite was the diminished chord. Jammed around the gypsy fires, people came from miles and miles. See the master and the prodigy. They all left disappointed, no matter what that old man did. Could not teach the young boy how to swing. And that's the most important thing. We can't play like Django. We can't play like Django, but we can try.
you very, very much. Thanks so much to Moore Barn Studios for having us out. Thank you all for coming to hear us on your Saturday night. Love to see you again sometime. Please stay in touch, and thanks again.